Hello, honeys, and welcome to the Sassy Show. It is series 10. Can you bloody believe it? And this series, I have a bunch of very sassy individuals coming to the screen. As always, we're celebrating what makes these individuals the humans that they are, liberating us all to live a more sexually freeing and body positive life. That is the sassy way. So sit back and get ready to hear how our guests have gone on a beautiful journey of unlearning those unhelpful negative thoughts that society just keeps on throwing at us, as well as getting a little bit cheeky about some of those private, deeply secret, sassy conversations. As always, I hope you come away feeling nourished and a little bit more inspired to find out what your sassy side looks like. This is the Sassy Show, and I hope you're ready for a fabulous ride. Sunshines, welcome back. I'm Bethany, BX Sassy 2, and this is the Sassy Show. And today, I'm with the one and only Tigz Rice. Hey, honey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited to have you here because Tigz, if you didn't already know, is a boudoir photographer. Yes, you are, babe.
I am.
And you're an encourager of these empowering poses, and you have a tasty history in burlesque.
I do have a little bit of a history back there, yeah. We can delve into that today.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. But yeah, thank you for coming on, because your ethos is something that I just feel it's not only so necessary, but it's a delight to see you just on screen, at panel talks, at workshops, and just constantly encouraging people to step into their sassy side.
Absolutely. We're all about the empowerment here.
Yes, I love that. So I'd like to start with a few quick fire questions.
Go for it.
Because we want to know who you are, babe. So, are you a snorer or a silent sleeper?
Neither.
Oh.
I'm a silent sleeper, but I talk in my sleep occasionally, especially if I accidentally have eaten some dairy that day. Oh. So I'm known for my talking in my sleep.
Because of the cheese.
Because of the cheese.
Cheesy chatting. That's cute. Porn or your imagination?
Imagination. I'm a fan of smutty books.
Are you?
Yeah, book talk got me hard.
Okay, talk me through it.
Well, I'm surface level at the moment, but I've just done the whole of Fourth Wing, which is an excellent series. I'm currently battling my way through Akatar. It's not grabbing my attention as much, but
this is like romantasy, elves. Is it elfy?
Dragons mostly at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So smart.
Oh, it's like smart with a good storyline. There's a good plot line. So like, yeah, a nice mix of everything. But yeah, at the moment, sort of like the romantasy type. Yeah, feeling it.
Do you have a book talk boyfriend?
No, I haven't leaned in that hard. It is a thing. I need to lean into the genre more, I think.
I'm excited for you. Bring it on. There's loads of books
I will come back with updates, I promise.
Beautiful. Okay, I am a foot fan. I'm wondering, for you, feet, sassy or nasty?
Nasty.
Oh my God, no!
I'm just not a fan of feet.
Not a fan of feet. So is it more about the shoe?
It's all about the shoe. Okay. A good heel, a pointed toe. Yeah.
Yes, I love that. Well, I'm here for the feet, for all those lovers out there. FYI.
You heard it here first.
Final quick fire question. Are you a, public displays of affection person or a private lover?
Depends on the day. Yeah, it depends on the day.
Little hand holding, you comfortable with that? Okay.
Absolutely.
Cuddles?
Yes.
All right.
Maybe I am a PDA. I don't know. Where do we draw the line?
Right? I'm like, do you have to be snogging each other's face off for it to be PDA? Or is it just that cute leaning in, I love you moment?
Do you know, funnily enough, actually, we end up going out a lot with other people, and we might have a solo friend with us, and they've always said we're really comfortable around you. So I think we're like the right mix of like, we're nice to hang around but not too much. You're like, ugh, get a room. So
I hate being the third wheel, honestly, in that situation. Oh, thank you, Tigz, for showing off a bit of your sassy side.
Absolutely.
Love it. I think that leopard print is also part of your sassy side.
Right. We have come much today. I'm so proud of us. This was not planned.
This was
not planned.
Semi on purpose though, because I had read that you like leopard print.
Maybe it was slightly planned.
I want to go back in time, thinking like Tigz in the teenage years, early 20s. Where did this journey of yours begin? Because I feel like there's usually an aha moment when we realise that we don't have to define ourselves by the standards that society has usually put, especially around our body.
Yeah. I don't know that there was so much of an aha moment, but I know that around sort of my teenage years, I got bullied so badly in like middle school and beginning of high school. And I kind of remember a time when I thought, actually, if I'm not meeting the standards that people, like, who are these arbitrary people setting these standards anyway? Like, who gets to decide whether I'm worthy of accepting or worthy of being bullied? Like, so it was very much like, well, you know what? If I'm going to get bullied anyway, I might as well lean into my weird. Like, I might as well just have my crochet rainbow school bag and dye my hair bright orange. And oh my God, I clashed colours so wildly as a kid. I remember going to school and it was either a mustard yellow Adidas hoodie top or I had a lime green one.
Oh yeah.
And I used to wear a pink fishnet long sleeve top underneath my school shirt. I don't know how I got away with this, honestly.
You were so cool.
Well, I mean, I went out there for sure. Cool. I don't know.
In my eyes, babe. In
yeah,
my eyes.
yeah. I mean, it was a look for sure. And I used to remember those. I think they were called like lubies or something. They were like plastic tube things that you used to tie friendship bracelets out of. They were like the ones that replaced the string, and I used to tie those into my hair and like braid them in. And yeah,
Sweetie.
I was just, you know, if you're gonna go for me, let me give you something to pick on. Like, let me make it stand out. And actually, it stopped the bullying because I think I was, you know, it's just I'm just gonna radically accept myself and give you something to look at. And yeah, so probably around that time, I would say.
That was like a big oosh, gonna step into yourself.
Yeah.
I'm wondering then how that led to you being sort of in your more boudoir-y era, and maybe who helped you get there.
I think I don't know that I really knew what boudoir was. I don't think even boudoir necessarily had it. I don't think it was even known as boudoir when I started photographing it. But I had a long history of really loving like theatre, for example. I grew up watching a lot of Amdram. I was on the stage as well. I loved showgirls. I lived and dreamed any opportunity to be a showgirl. Give me I wanted the leotard. I wanted the feathers. I wanted the showgirls, fishnet tights, everything.
Yeah.
So it was kind of there in my DNA, I think, anyway. And then when I got to uni, my first year, they set a project that was called Camp Slag and Drag. It was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. And it was how I discovered the Erotica Festival that used to be at Olympia many years ago. Okay. I don't even know if it still runs.
That sounds like it would have been a big thing.
It was huge.
Okay.
Like, it was a full, at least 3-day, like a full weekender. Dita Von Teese used to headline it, which is how I found her.
Oh.
But imagine, like, I mean, we're going back to, oh gosh, we're dating me a little bit here, but like the mid-2000s.
Love it.
And there would be this amazing hall packed out, and it would be all this body positive, sex positive, burlesque, corsetry, you know, incredible environment. And it was just so underground, so hidden. It was kind of advertised on the tube, you know, those little tube posters, but like
a little one,
like just little discreet, like basically, yeah. And I discovered that, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's an incredible world out here. So I was kind of aware of burlesque at the time. But it wasn't till after I graduated and I'd done a few years creating picture books for adults, which I suppose at this point I'm realising are actually just adult picture books, and exploring lingerie and I guess body positivity and how the female form was to show up and, you know, explore what that looked like. And burlesque was where I ended up. The sparkles got me. It was the glitter.
Sparkles and glitter. So thinking back to that teenager who's putting those colours in your hair, wearing the bright lime, and who you are today, how do you feel like you've changed?
Oh gosh. Do you know what? I definitely don't wear as much colour, but I think what the biggest thing though is time, therapy, healing, and my teenage self. It was like I rage quit on beauty standards and body standards. So at the time it was anger fueled, and now it's self-love and acceptance fueled. So I think it comes from a healthier place. I'm not doing it anymore to annoy other people. I'm doing it for myself. And I think that's the big shift that's happened over the last couple of decades.
I can really resonate with that. I think sometimes it takes a pushing back, a kick back of like, no, I'm like kind of fuck you all.
Right? And amazing things come from rage. Amazing things. Anger is such a healthy thing to feel if you channel it in the right ways. And at that time, that was into, I'm just gonna radically rage quit the entire beauty standards, whatever. And it helped at the time that I knew Photoshop. I'd learnt it quite young, so I was aware when I saw magazines that a lot of this stuff was edited, and so I kind of knew that not everything we were seeing was necessarily truth. And I mean, my body wasn't in fashion, like especially in the 90s. You know, we had the Kate Moss era, the supermodel runway. And I genetically knew, having studied PE and being told that I was probably more of an endomorph than I was anything else, which at the time was even, oh my God, who wants to be an endomorph? Like, we want to be one of the other body types. And it was at that point I was like, actually, you know, my body is never going to be that. I can keep pushing and trying to force my body to be something that it's not, or accept it and find healthy ways to have joy in it, and be grateful that my body gets up every day and gets me out of bed and carries me to the things I love doing. So
that makes me think about this conversation between the positivity and the neutrality as well, because I think my understanding is that when we live in this society where it's sometimes we're sold things about body positivity, then you can start to beat yourself up that you might not actually feel great that day. But you can feel that like neutrality of thank you for moving me and helping me.
Thank you for existing. Thank you for breathing. Because the whole body body positivity is wonderful, but it's not linear. You don't wake up every day and feel 1% better than yesterday. You know, we get older, things happen to our bodies. We are living, breathing organisms that change and evolve. And, you know, I don't know, you fell down the stairs yesterday and twisted your ankles. So like you can't get up and do that gym workout or whatever. And it's just accepting what you have that day. And every day you wake up is another good opportunity to go and do something fabulous, isn't it? So
yeah, I wonder what it is been like for you to be in front of the camera before we talk a bit more about being behind it, because I know that you have, you know, quite a few stunning shoots.
I've done a few shoots. I think it's really important to curate your entire legacy. Like, every version of you is worth celebrating. And
I love that.
Yay. I just my body changes a lot. Trigger warning for anyone that is like, you know, weight is a thing for them, but my body fluctuates. It always has. I am currently the biggest I've ever been, but I've also been all sizes. Like, I've been every size, and I just think that it's worth existing at all of those. And one day I'm going to look back and be like, I was never that young. Like, I've got photos of me, especially because I did have the privilege of having all those stage shows when I was younger, and documenting those when I didn't necessarily feel my best, or like in my 20s, and I look back and go, oh my God, my skin was fantastic. And then there are different times that different photographers have caught me, and sometimes I look fierce and strong, and then sometimes they catch me at my most vulnerable. And it's been a wild journey of accepting myself. And, you know, sometimes you don't love the photos when they're taken, but it takes like a little while for you to fully accept how someone else has seen you. And I think that's a fantastic journey to go on as well.
Yeah, that disconnection I think is completely fine when you're like, oh my God, I don't recognize myself. To then a year later, as you said, being like, fuck, actually, yeah, I'm seeing a side of me that maybe I didn't even realize I had or was there or I could see.
Yeah, I really struggled with my vulnerable side. There was this one amazing photographer who took some photos of me. I had two shoots really close together, and one of them had caught me in, like, it was my most dominant, powerful self. Like, I stepped into my power fem and it was fabulous. And then she caught me, and I think I was tired that day, but the way she captures was so much softer, and it was the same body, like, just shot from two very different angles. Also, it was the first photographer who had shot me, like the really powerful ones, had shot from a very submissive gaze, whereas the other ones were shot from a very like top angle down, very like submissive. And I'd never seen myself in a photo like that before. And I'm like, why do I look so vulnerable? What is this? And it took me, actually, it was during the lockdowns when I think a lot of us learned a lot about ourselves during that period of time. And I'm like, oh, softness looks good on me. Like, vulnerability is hot. Like, so yeah, sometimes it just takes a little while to, but yeah. exist in all states of you.
All states of you. And I think when we're doing it in the face of other people's judgments and things that are told to us about us, you know, people being like, but you look really masculine there, Bethany. Why would you not want to look more femme? And it's like, because I was in my masculine and I love that and it's there, you know?
And also, I'm allowed to do whatever I want to be. Like, your opinion does not matter.
Noted. In my eyes, your photographs are fucking stunning, honey. Like,
thanks.
I love what you bring together. It's not just a person and what they're wearing and how they're feeling, but it's the environment, it's the atmosphere. And I feel like you're offering people this little pocket of time to just kind of shine.
Yes, I love how you've described that. Yeah, it's a little self-indulgent time to either step into the most authentic version of you in a really safe environment, or a really safe space to explore the fantasy side of you that you've always wanted to be.
So I was going to ask, what's the gap in the market that you saw you needed to fill, but I feel like you've just summarized it.
Yeah, do you know, I wish that I had a great story if I saw this niche in the market and I really wanted to fill it. But the honest truth is, people started saying to me, I love how I feel when I'm photographed by you. Would you photograph me? Originally I'm a performer, and then it was, I'm not a performer, but I identify with the burlesque scene. Okay. And then it was, well, I'm into vintage, does that count? And these days it's like, I just want to feel great, and I love how you document, I mean, all bodies, but specifically I would say majority of my clients are women. But yeah, so it was, I fell into it. People just said, I want this from you, and I'm like, hey, I can make that happen. So yeah, no big business plan there.
But I mean, there's a point when you picked up the camera. You said you taught yourself Photoshop when you were young. So I feel like this actually started a very long time ago. What were the obstacles on that journey?
I pretty much only became a photographer because I wanted things to photograph, to retouch in Photoshop.
Oh, I see.
So it kind of filled a gap for me that because originally I wanted to do like digital matte painting or like photorealism, like adding things in, sort of like digital collage. Coming from an illustration background, so that probably explains where that sort of link is. And yeah, so it was, I need people to photograph so that I have something to retouch. And then for a long time, I was known more as a retoucher than a photographer, or an illustrator, then retoucher, and eventually photographer. There was a time many years ago, I think I was in my second year of uni, and I was like, I could never be a photographer. I'd have to work with people.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
And here I am now.
Yeah, and I feel like you love working with people.
I do, it's great. I don't know what I was on that day.
Maybe it's the balance, like, because I feel like the transition of your creative path, if that makes sense, maybe, the way that you've moved through those different creative roles are quite solitary, I imagine. Like, it's behind the screen and you're retouching, and so it's nice that you then learnt that
kind of ventured out.
Yeah.
Like, well, I think also it's so important, if you are going to be photographing people, you need to know what it feels like to be in front of the camera. You need that connection to how your client or your subject, or muse, however that relationship dynamic is between you. You need to know how they feel and be able to connect with them and go, I know how that feels. I felt that very recently. And yeah. So the more I've done it, I guess the more I've ended up on camera or on a podcast.
Ooh. Yeah, let's talk a little about your social media for a second, please.
Yes, we can.
How I got to know you. I came to one of your talks that was at the photography event.
Yes.
And you just inspired me yet again in the way that you were able to help people understand how they could feel better in their body in terms of posing. So what brought that on?
Oh, the boudoir posing series. Again, I'd love to say it was a really good business idea.
You can lie. We can make it work.
We can lie. I had been lurking on TikTok for a really long time and joy scrolling. I love a good joy scroll. And I decided that I was like, I'm just going to have a go at making some TikToks. Let's do this. It's a new platform. We'll see how it goes. And so originally I started out doing some like generic lip sync videos, and these are fun, but actually, like, I should probably put something out there that's got a little bit of education or something in there. So I thought, I got my friend Connor, who's a videographer. He came along and helped me. We set up my old art boudoir,
Okay.
Art Deco boudoir room. And we were like, yeah, I'll just show some poses, show how to get them. I didn't want to talk on camera because it was just, that was one step too far for where I was at that time. So we're like, we'll do them silent. We'll put like some trending tunes over them and put this out there, and maybe someone will find this useful. And the first one went out and it got its average 300 likes or whatever, 300 views. Yeah, that like 300 view jail.
I think I'm in it actually.
And then it was actually the fourth video that went viral, and I think it's at like 5.4 million views or something at this point.
That's so many people to see.
It was wild.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever, I don't know if you've ever done this, but I think whatever size your following is, find a crowd and Google like how many people is like 500 people or how many people is 1,000 people, because it really puts into perspective how many eyes are on you in terms of, you know, if 20 of your mates turned up in your bedroom to cheer you on and went, you look fabulous, you'd be like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah, true.
I mean, 5.5 million people is a lot of people to see me. But yeah, so that kind of then started kicking it off. And eventually then took it over to Instagram, which wildly, it took 17 videos for that one to hit it off on there. So for anyone creating content, just stick at it, because eventually it gets there. But yeah, but it's just really fun, because one of the key things I've got from it is I've connected with people who've said, I am so grateful to see a body like mine doing this. And it really just hit home for me how important it is for there to be representation across all body types in like media, and I include social media in this. Like we have a gift to normalize our bodies by showing up, and these days, I mean, apart from like the strict like internet rules, but other than that, there is nothing stopping us from showing up these days. We have this literally in our fingertips and a phone in our pocket. So yeah, it's been so nice to connect with people.
That's beautiful. Did you ever have like a, oh God, I don't know if I really do want to be seen online moment? Or if you just
regularly.
Oh, okay.
Like, do you know, and I think it's one of those, even the most confident people have those days where they just don't want to, you know, I just don't want to be seen. And it, every so often it gets weird when like you get spotted in like the random like supermarket or whatever. So yeah, and so it still happens. Like, I would love to say I'm the most confident person in the world. I mean, I can rock a stage. I love a good podcast. I will show up as much as I can, but at the end of the day, we're all human. We also sometimes we just need our little silent space and
a dressing gown.
And you know, when you're putting vulnerable stuff out there, vulnerability, hangovers are such a thing as well. So it's doing what you can with the energy you've got, but being consistent at the level that is comfortable for you. If you're showing up and you can only have the spoons to show up once a week or once a month, consistently show up once a week, once a month. You don't have to show up every day.
I feel like that puts you in a very understanding position for the people you're photographing as well, because I imagine a lot of it comes with discretion, people who maybe want to do a shoot with you but don't want the images anywhere. Do you feel like understanding how that might come with a vulnerability hangover?
For sure.
Yeah,
and I think also it's part of my job and my responsibility as a photographer to talk through that with them and make them aware, you know, if a photo goes out online, it's out there forever. Like, even if you ask me to take it down after you've made the decision, it is on the internet, and I can't guarantee every iteration of it will go. So we always have really important conversations about enthusiastic consent, education about what happens when photos go online, if they want to have that conversation. But you remember like tears consent, or do you remember that video?
No.
Oh,
tea, like a cup of tea.
Yeah, a cup of tea. And it's all about, I think it's literally called like Consent is Tea. And it's all about, is it right to get a cup of tea? Or if someone says they want a cup of tea, but then they fall asleep, you don't force feed them tea. It's that kind of, it's amazing. YouTube it is fabulous. So that's kind of, but I take that into my role as a photographer as well. So I always say to people, like, I ask them to write a statement, but it says like, I enthusiastically consent to you sharing these images. But also, if someone says yes to me and I don't feel the vibe, if it doesn't feel like an authentic, enthusiastic yes, I'll just assume it's a no, because I'd rather they were 100% sure. And it does mean sometimes, you know, a lot of my clients these days do shoot for private reasons. So Sometimes the portfolio looks a little bit sparse online, but that's not the important thing. The important thing is that people are having an amazing experience and feel that they can trust me with their most vulnerable moments sometimes.
You mentioned about boudoir not necessarily being known back in the day. So could you give us a little debrief of what boudoir means?
I honestly think boudoir could mean absolutely anything. I tend to go more by the phrase empowerment photographer. Like right now, that's the one I'm more connected with. I think with boudoir, many people associate that with lingerie or sexuality almost. And the space that I try and create for people is more about, I want you to feel the most comfortable in your skin that you have ever felt. I want you to be able to show the vulnerable sides of yourself that perhaps you do not feel are accepted in other spaces. You know, we're going to create this tiny little bubble of joy for you where you feel safe to explore, you know, whether that's in your birthday suit or you've got the most sequined, fabulous, like gala dress gown on. So for me, it's like, it's not just about the skimpy thongs and, you know, the expensive designer lingerie. It's about saying, you know what, if I feel really comfortable in my boy shorts and they make me feel sexy I'm going to rock my sexy boy shorts and we'll do something with that instead. Cute. So yeah, I think it's all about making, it's just a really great space for you to document your legacy in a way that makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah, legacy. We need
legacy.
It. Document your legacies, honeys. Okay, I have asked you, Tigz, if you could pull a few poses for us, sassy poses.
Absolutely.
You are the pose queen.
Do we have the space?
I don't know. It's a limited space. It
might be a sitting down.
Yeah,
it'll be a sitting down one.
You can use
absolutely.
the mic, maybe.
I can drape myself.
Drape. I'm going to give you 3 different audiences to pull a pose for.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, the first one is for a curious scroller on TikTok.
Oh.
They've just come to your picture.
What
do they find?
Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to... No.
Yeah, we can move. We can move.
We can do this. Oh, yeah, it swings.
We love a swinger. Oh.
Like a little cheeky, like, over the shoulder. Like.
Over the shoulder. I love that. Okay, you're pulling a pose for a potential investor. Someone who... Okay, let's say as an investor, someone who wants to have a photo shoot with you. What's your pose for them?
I feel like it would be a little bit more of a, like, tell me more.
Oh.
Tell me everything.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, it's
Tell me.
Yeah, it's sort of seductive, but also inviting.
Yes.
Which I guess is seductive. Okay, last one is for someone who's just stolen your cab.
Oh, how dare they? Oh, it would be like a full-on, like to camera, like.
Oh, I love that.
Straight in front.
Yeah, I was hoping it was going to be an open leg situation.
Yes, very masked, very dominant, in my power.
Just like, are you
Get out of my
kidding
cab.
me? Get out my cab.
Get out of my cab.
Yeah.
Do you know how long I waited for this? It was a whole 2 minutes on Uber.
Fuck you. I'd also throw in a finger, I think. Myth-busting time, Tigz. If you could change one thing about how society views the female body, what would it be?
I just wish that we weren't all held to whatever one arbitrary media standard is at the time. I truly believe that, I mean, it's constantly changing. It's ever evolving. Like, and if you really pushed yourself to try and be said body type, if it was even genetically possible for you, by the time you got there, it's probably moved on. And I think this is what gets me completely. It's like, just let women be. Like, you know, we want to grow our hair, we want to have a mum bob, you know, we want to shave, we don't want to shave, you know, we want to wear X and just go out and not feel like someone's going to judge us because we've got boobs and legs on show at the same time. Aww. Like, these standards don't exist for men.
Yeah.
So yeah, just to stop having this idea of an ideal body, because it is so genetically impossible for the majority of us to ever reach whatever that currently would be. I didn't feel like my body was ever in fashion until the Kim Kardashian phase, and we all know how quickly she went in and out of fashion. And we've cycled back to the 90s again, where thin privilege is back in, it feels like. So yeah, I would just love us to just be accepting of all bodies.
I wonder what we can do to break trends. Like, what is the purpose of a trend? Because it's always in a way to exclude people.
Yeah, I think it's education on the fact that we don't have to necessarily conform, and putting our money where we want to put it rather than where we're told to put it. At the end of the day, there is a lot of marketing built around women feeling inadequate in their bodies.
Picking on that insecurity and just being like, oh, let's just pull it and then offer you something to buy.
Yeah. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm still that. And I am partial to the pink tax. I do like a pink thing. So I'm also part of the problem.
The sparkle love that you have as well. Isn't it?
Yeah, make it pink and glittery and I will probably buy it. So yeah, I do realise that there's stuff I need to do as well. But I mean, collectively, as an entire gender, educating our future generations and being like, you know what, like, you're good enough.
How has creating these spaces, 'cause I know you do workshops as well as one-to-one shoots, so how have those spaces changed your relationship with your own body?
It has been so wonderful I have the privilege to see so many different bodies of all genders, of all identities, of all ages. And one of the privileged conversations that I get to have is, am I normal? And I have this with so many people and so many clients and people dropping into my DMs being like, am I normal? And being able to say yes, because no one is the same. And the power for me, like me being able to see it and knowing that no two bodies I've ever photographed have ever been identical. And there's so much power in knowing that. And, you know, even things like boobs, like the different sizes, the separation between them is different, the shape, you know, all sorts of things, even like where you hold like the majority of the flesh and sort of proportions, you know. So just even conversations like, are my boobs normal? Yes, they're normal. And that's such a privilege for me. And I think it's helped me with my own body image a lot as well, because knowing that no two bodies out there are completely alike just really helps solidify that what I've got is okay. Yeah,
it puts things in perspective, because when we do only see bodies really in big adverts or on our screens, we're often not given the same space to pay attention to another human body in front of us. But when you're photographing them, you really get to look and adore and celebrate
and like even things like, I love seeing people's freckle patterns. Like that's amazing. I love a good freckle. Or like, you know, different like moles, or hearing stories about scars is always one of my favorites, and asking people if they've named their scars, because that I think is a fabulous thing as well.
I've never heard of that before.
Oh, so she was known as Joanna Lumpley. Unfortunately, she is back. But I have a little scar here. So yeah, she's Joanna.
Love that. I don't know about you, but having so many people see your stuff online and just the way that society is, I'm wondering what pushback you might have felt that seems to come when anyone decides to break a taboo or state an opinion or just be themselves.
I'm firmly of the opinion that if I wouldn't ask someone for their opinion, then their unsolicited opinion is not of importance to me.
Love it.
And I think that is one of my key strengths in being okay online, because some of the hate is vile. Like I don't know if you saw the other day, I had a day where I've had it a few times, but people announcing that I'm pregnant online, which, I mean, I'm not, just to clear that one up. I've had people, someone literally comment on multiple posts saying, eat more salad. And actually, funnily enough, I did have a salad for lunch that day, which is so ironic. I can't even remember what the rest of them were. But it was just like, I just, you know what, like, if you have time to write hate online, I mean, I barely have time to get back to my text messages. In fact, last night we were talking and I messaged, I think it was probably about 1 a.m. and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I didn't reply to you. Let me do this now. I don't have time to reply to the normal stuff that actually matters to me, let alone if you've got time to do it, honestly, get a hobby.
I know, yeah. Pick up a camera. Start photographing some trees. Do something else. God, guys. Oh, okay, that's good to hear. Thank you for that advice, because I think it comes from that space of vulnerability and just knowing how people can put things in perspective again.
There's always going to be a lovely bubble around you in certain spaces, and just, again, when you think about it, really it's only going to be, in theory, 1 or 2 comments ever. And sometimes as humans, we are programmed to focus on the negative and keep ourselves safe. But I don't know, say you've got like 20,000 followers and one person's being mean. I mean, do the maths. It's like
Do the crowd picture.
Do the crowd picture and do the maths. Like, what percentage of people are actually being mean? Because actually, there's probably an overwhelming number of people on there. Like, I mean, I put up that story saying, like, this is absolutely wild. My DMs were full of supportive messages the next day. I mean, that's not what I did it. Like, it was just one of those, if anyone else is going through this, hard resonate. But your community and your support network are there for you. So don't let the one person drag down what is actually a really good thing. And vulnerability is so important. And like what you're doing with the podcast, like I hope you never get the hate. I hope the haters just slide on by.
You're not wanted here. Thank you, Tigz. Okay, it's quickfire time.
Fab.
Quickfire time. Tigz, you actually like it quickfire, which is...
I do like a quickfire.
Quite unusual.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of people are like, no, don't make me do quickfire. So I'm happy you're in this chair today.
I'm up for it. Give me the dopamine.
Okay, first question. The sexiest thing about confidence is...
No one can take it away from you.
Oh, love that. Love that. You feel most liberated when...
Dancing like no one's watching.
Yay! Do you like a good boogie?
Yes, my kitchen is a great dance spot.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, a bit of a boogie. On the slidey floor. Is it slidey floor?
Yeah, not too slidey. Slidey enough.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just a bit of slide, semi-slide. Yeah. The next taboo we need to break is...
Trans rights. Trans women are women, and we just need to fight this harder.
Thank you, Tigz. Yeah, agreed. Always. Your sassy superpower?
I can make anyone feel confident on camera.
Yes. That is a superpower. And what is the best advice you've ever received about body image?
You are enough. And actually, I'm going to shout out my friend Becky, who recently, actually after the photography show where we met, bought me a sign. It's a pink neon sign. It lives by my desk now, so it's in all of my Zoom calls.
Love it.
And it's just a light up sign that says you are enough. And it's just, so important to just know that. Yes.
I love the phrase, which is, what is it? You're doing your best, which is always more than enough. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Tigz, for coming on. I love what you're doing. If people want to see your work, hire you for a fabulous shoot, where should they head?
If you search for Tigz Rice, I pop up on pretty much every channel. I'm chronically online.
Tigz with a Z.
Tigz, yes. I will give you all of my links so that you can chuck them in the show notes. But yeah, anywhere. TikTok, Instagram, my personal favourites. But you'll find me, honey. You'll find me.
DMs welcome, I'm guessing.
DMs 100% welcome. Yeah.
Nice ones. Thank you, babe.
Thank you for having me.
I loved it. If you enjoyed this episode of The Sassy Show, then be sure to dip into our archives because, honey, we've got 100+ episodes just waiting for you to absorb. Find us on all major streaming platforms, The Sassy Show. We're on Instagram and TikTok at _The Sassy Show. And I have been your host, Bethany, aka BX Sassy. And you can also subscribe to my very special Sassy newsletter over on Substack, BX Sassy. As always, I would love to hear what your thoughts are in response to some of these conversations. How has it felt for you to dip into your sassy side? Are you wanting to become more liberated? Maybe it's just about time that you took that first step and went to the kink party. Spread the sassy word with me, babies.